to 28 women who've been activists their whole life and are still active. We're honoring them for Labor Arts and the Rubin Foundation and a whole bunch of groups who feel it's wonderful to honor women for spending their whole life making the world better.
Activists who didn't just contain themselves within the labor movement, that they really, fought and organized and continue to struggle for a world of justice and dignity. And I really think that no one better than women really can embody the notion that struggle has to be on all fields and it is not just in one movement.
I worked for the union and in 1995 I retired. Now I am the president of the Hudson Hill Senior Center, and I'm very active. Every week we are fighting against this, I'm fighting against that. Last week we were at City Hall because of all the cuts and making sure that everybody votes.
As I said, I am a writer. I'm also a member of the Black Radical Congress, and I'm also a member of the Granny Institute. I grew up in Harlem, but I left and got married and went to Los Angeles in the 60s.
I've been active with the Shillers, with the Jewish Currents, with Camp Kindleman. I've been on the management committee of Jewish Currents for almost 30 years.
When I was 22, I helped found the Civil Rights Congress in Houston, Texas. And then I went on to be an organizer. I lived in Birmingham, Alabama, where we fought for the Klan and for civil rights. And I've lived in the South for many years. Moved to New York in 1953, and I guess I've just been a radical all my life.
But during World War II, Japanese Americans were interned in America's concentration camp, and we spent 3 years in such a camp. Since that time, I've been working on civil rights and human rights. Our mission was to empower women and eliminate racism.
Listen, let me tell you how it was.
There's 2 words from a song from the Wobblies, and the song says, "This world by right belongs to toilers, and not to spoilers. Love liberty."
The people I love the best jump into work head first without dallying in the shadows and swim off with sure strokes almost out of sight. I love people who harness themselves, who pull like water buffalo with massive patience, who strain in the mud and muck to move things forward, who do what has to be done.
I have a picture with me of a 6-month-old baby, and she is in the room. She was born in 1914. At that time, she was in a baby parade, and the baby's picture is here, and she had a ribbon on. Right. This little baby.
Right.
No war.
Peace now.
No, it says votes for women. Stand up. And she taught me about the Mexican Revolution and about the unions. And I want to honor her and my parents, who also taught me, because they had fought for the votes for women, and when I was born, women had the vote.
We got the granny jailhouse rock blues. We're ready to pay our dues.
Well, we sat there in that cell. Let me tell you, it was hell. Trapped inside the clink. That's still the blues. I've got those granny jailhouse rockin', sockin' blues.
Woody Guthrie helped me define the other part of my life, which was that I am a union maid who never was afraid of goons and ginks and company things and deputy sheriffs who made the raid.
Hear a word from one of your creations. The next time you create a universe, remember to provide food for all the bellies you design. And in the next millennium, delete the selfish gene.
Enjoy what you're doing. Health is preserving the culture.
It's a very exciting period. It's filled with possibilities. And all I can say to the young people is, if they don't struggle for what they want, they'll never make it. And it's not just a struggle for your own security, but it's a struggle for peace in the world, for an end to war. It's for human dignity. It's all of those things. And being concerned with trivia like fashion and keeping up to date with the electronic revolution is not going to change the world. And it's the youth who are going to do it. They're going to do it. We're at the other end of our lives. So I think that if they take their lead from what's happening in Egypt and what's happening in Wisconsin, their life will be worthwhile. I can't tell them how much they will benefit from being part of the struggle in Pentecost rather than part of the problem. Because lethargy makes them part of the problem, and activism makes them part of the solution.
When the union's inspiration through the workers' front shall run, there can be no power greater anywhere beneath the sun. Yet what force on earth is weaker than the feeble strength of one? But the union makes us strong. Everybody, solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. They have taken untold